Hey guys, I just wanted to mention something that caught my attention today. I was at break with my friend. He was getting a pop out of the machine and I looked at it. And it cost $1.75. And I remember 10 years ago to buy a Coke was $1. And I know with the cost of living and the price increase and the dollar devaluation and everything else, the price is gonna obviously go up. But I did a little math and I thought I'd share it. Alright. If a bottle of Coke costs $1 10 years ago, now it costs $1.75. That is a 75% increase. Nothing has changed. It's the same plastic, the same syrup, and the same water. If you made $10 an hour 10 years ago and now make $7.50 an hour, you have gained 75% more per hour. It still costs 10% of an hour's wage to buy a Coke. So nothing has changed. In 10 years, you are still paying 10% of your wage for a Coke. So, except for the person that is just starting. So you, over 10 years, you have gained, wage increase. You got raises, most likely. For some people, it doesn't work the same. They're still making just as little as they did 10 years ago. But for a person that is just starting out at $10 an hour, they have to pay 17.5% of their hourly wage to buy a Coke. That's almost twice what you pay. And I wanted this to sink in before you start yelling at people or complaining or trying to tell people to quit asking for wage increases. Because they're paying twice what you pay, most likely. So I'm doing this math based on me. I made $10 an hour and now I make $17.25. So I don't even make $17.50, but this is over the course of 10 years with pay raises and, other things that help you gain money, cost of living raises. And I make $17.25, which is a decent wage, I would think. But when I do this math, it makes me think the cost of living has gone up for everything. And that includes rent and utilities. So for a person that's just now starting out, it's twice as hard for them to make it as it is for me, as it was for me. And I used to be one of those people that were saying, soldiers deserve more than a burger flipper. Well, I still agree with that. I obviously think someone risking their life deserves to make more money than I did when I flipped burgers. And then there's those people that say, McDonald's or whatever is a high school person's job. But it's not. Majority of the people that work in McDonald's are over the age of 18. And they, you got to remember that even during school hours, there's people working. And it's and when there's nothing else available and that's the best you can get, and you're just trying to survive, and then people are yelling at you, telling you you should try to get a real job, you got to think about how hard it is. At least they are working. There's plenty of people out there that aren't even trying to get a job. And before anyone starts criticizing me on that point, I was one of those people that were unemployed that wasn't trying. So I know that there are people out there. Granted, I did get my job back, and I knew I would, so I didn't try very hard. But I did look a little bit. But I just wanted to say that at least these people are out there trying, and they just want enough to survive. They're not asking for big houses on the hill with a picket fence. They're asking to be able to pay rent, feed themselves, feed their kids. You know, they're not asking for a lot. But in turn, if people start making twice as much at McDonald's, the cost of the food's going to go up, the cost for a pop is going to go back up, and it doesn't work. Like, the cycle itself just isn't going to work. And that's why the poor keep getting poorer, as they say. Because every time someone asks for more, the price of the merchandise goes up. And the poor get poorer. And if you're not making enough, then you can't even afford to buy a pop out of a vending machine. And this was really irking me today. Like, I had a lot of other things I wanted to talk about, but for some reason this stuck. I wanted to really help other people open their eyes to this. And I don't drink Coke. This isn't about a Coke. It was just an easy item I could use to describe that, you know, when I make a raise, I want to move forward. I've put time, I've gained experience. I'm a better worker than I was 10 years ago. Or at least I like to think I am. And I look at it and I'm pretty much in the same place I was 10 years ago. Like, I've been able to put money towards getting my own place and paying my bills. But I still have to pay 10% of my earnings for a Coke. And that's the same I had to pay. And I'm guessing there's a lot of things that have increased over the years. And I'm at that same percentage rate. So these new people that are coming in, I feel sorry for them because my life is hard. I barely make it in my 2-bedroom apartment, and that's with me making a decent wage compared to people just starting out. You need 2 people to rent a 1-bedroom apartment now, where in the 50s, one person could afford to take care of their whole family with the same type of job I have. And I'm just a factory worker. And before anybody's like, well, they can go to college and get a degree, that doesn't work so much either nowadays. I work with several people with college degrees that just couldn't find a job. And it ranges from medical to an IT. Like, they're all over. These people should not be working on a factory floor. They should be doing something better. But if no one's hiring, then no one's hiring. They got to take what they can get. So since I jumped right in to the factory right after high school, and these people went to college, and now they make less than I do, and they're trying to pay their student loans, and on top of just being able to survive, and my mind's blown that this is a thing. I don't know how we got here, and I don't know the answers, but I would like people to think about it. I would like people to realize that it's more of an issue than some people whining about not making enough money, because it's true. They're not making enough money, and giving them more money is only like a band-aid to the whole problem. And I'm hoping someone smarter than me can figure out how to solve this problem. And I just wanted to open up some people's eyes to it. Yeah, like I said, I got a lot of other things I wanted to do, but this is the one that I had to bring home. I hope no one's offended by this, and I hope everyone takes the time to really think about this situation, because it's one small situation when we have billions of others going on around us. But before you start hating on someone for flipping burgers, just realize that they're probably struggling pretty hard just to survive. I got more I could rant on, but I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching.